Hey everyone, so I got a few comments regarding my earlier video about where SJWs come from. So I laced in pretty hard regarding collectivism, and how collectivism is a reproductive and survival strategy for people who are generally unfit. Because they can't compete against people individually, they band together in order to take them together. This allows them to survive and reproduce. Now, some people did correctly point out in the comments section that human beings are social. We cooperate. In fact, cooperation is how we have everything. People don't live long enough to relearn everything it takes in order to build on things like science and technology. It's only by cooperating, by specializing, by trading, that we can accomplish all these great things that humanity is known for. However, I want to make the distinction between cooperation and collectivism. The main distinction, and this is just a general rule of thumb that really will illustrate the point, cooperation involves mutual benefit, whereas collectivism is about a majority imposing their will by force and coercion onto a minority. So with cooperation, there's mutual benefit to both sides. You see this most often in the free market. For example, you don't buy anything in a store unless you value that thing more than your money. Meanwhile, the store owner values your money more than the thing that they're selling. When you buy that thing, you're both better off. You have the thing you value more than your money, and they have the money they value more than the thing. There's no coercion, there's no force. This is cooperation. So you look at things like the military, roads, public education. These are pretty universally beneficial to everyone in society. A strong case could be made that they should be paid for by everyone. Even if they don't directly use them, the society is still better off with these things existing and being freely available. However, when we get into things like redistributive welfare, there is absolutely no benefit to the people paying for it. This is simply pointing a gun at them and saying, give me your money, and we're gonna give it to them to buy their votes. That's all it is. The people who pay for it receive zero benefit. And you cannot argue that welfare improves society. It actually does the exact opposite. There's actually a strong correlation between welfare dependency and negative outcomes in society, like single motherhood, crime, and so forth. And so the politicians take the money from the minority to give it to these people on welfare. And that's all there is to it, and that's what collectivism is. There's no mutual benefit. The rich people paying the taxes aren't getting any benefit from this welfare. In fact, it's actually destroying the society around them. But there's nothing they can do about it because the government is taking their money against their will and holding a gun to their head. And that is the difference between cooperation and collectivism. Cooperation is voluntary. Cooperation provides mutual benefit. Cooperation does not involve force or coercion. Collectivism does. Collectivism requires force and coercion. There is no mutual benefit. There is no voluntary exchange. It's basically the majority saying we're in charge and we're taking your money. And there's nothing you can do about it. And if you try to leave, we'll punish you. I was kind of surprised that there was so much confusion regarding the differences between cooperation and collectivism. So as an individualist and as a libertarian, I strongly favor cooperation. The free exchange of ideas, the free exchange of voluntary transactions, the free market, it's all good. I'm all about cooperation. I am not in favor of collectivism. I'm not in favor of people gathering together to take my shit against my will because they outnumber me and because they, quote, need it more than me. Fuck you. Nothing pisses me off more than these people who think they have a moral right to my money. That's how collectivism works, through force and fear. So anyway, I hope this clears things up. This is Turd Flinging Monkey. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.